win against Olympiacos, the one most relevant to our game, but as well made it 2 wins in the double week, and Bayern and Barca strengthened their playoff pushes with wins as well. The remaining games getting underway right about now. Here's how it looks in the playoffs. You can see they've got the queue for the playoffs, Fenerbahce. That will become a home court advantage queue if they win here today. Baskonia, well, the top 10 out of reach, but they'll be trying to finish as high as they possibly can in the remaining few games that they have here in the Euroleague. But for Fener, it's all about that top spot. You can see they've spent a long time in second. Now is their chance to go back into the lead with only 2 rounds to play. It would mean they'd only have 4 or 5 weeks at the top in the whole of the season. They've had 3 so far where they are top, but it matters only who's top at the end, doesn't it, in terms of the seeding? And they seem to have timed things well as we have a look at the roster for the visitors. Obviously, Kamar Baldwin out with that fractured hand, but other than that, they look pretty good to go as they look to round off their campaign in Euroleague. Really, their away form has been the issue for them. They've just not been good enough away from home, and he will know that. At home, excellent, no problems at all back in Vitoria, but this team on the road, just 2 wins to show for their 15 away games. They've not won away from home since December. In the backcourt, but maybe not enough up front for them. Well, here's the lineup for the home team. Obviously, Bango injured his ankle against Paris. He joins Birch, and obviously will become the long-term absentee on the sidelines. But Paul is back, having missed the last round in the Euroleague, so that will be pleasing. Coach Yoskevich would be interested in that conversation, wouldn't you? Those 2 legendary coaches having a little chat before the game. Teams getting themselves fancy. We will see plenty of both of those this evening. Certainly troubling the scorekeeper to keep up. Baskonia with a good record against Fenerbahce in recent times, but whether that conflicts with their away form that we talked about. See, not the highest scoring teams in the league, 11th and 14th. They tend to keep it a little lower than some of the others, but it's about defense as well, and you can see that is where Fener are amongst the top sides in the Euroleague, 5th in points allowed. And that will always help you win games. If you keep the other team down, then you don't have to rely on the offense, although they did have 100 points the other day. So there is some precedent very recently. 18th meeting between these two great coaches. Coach Lasso with the edge so far, winning 10 of the previous 17. Also has a couple of championships to his name, something Coach Mishakevicius will be hoping to get rid of that 0 this season. He's got a good team. They've playing well. They've got a good chance, as I say. If they can win tonight, they'll book home court advantage for the playoffs, and that'll be the primary goal at the start of the season. Get yourself home advantage for the playoffs. Give yourself the best shot at making it through to the Final Four. And they are right in position to do that here this evening. That will be the only consideration on their mind. They now cannot secure that place without winning today. There were some permutations coming into the round that would have allowed them to secure that spot if some of the other results went their way. But games that were played last night didn't help them out in that regard. And for Baskonia, well, it's about just trying to get things going in the right direction ahead of the domestic end of the season. Lights go down, lights come on the camera phones. We'll get set to introduce the home crowd. Well, they've slogged it out all season, and now they're on the brink of getting exactly what they desired, that home court playoff berth. This place, come playoff time, will be quite a fearsome road trip for whoever has to come here. You battle all year to make sure, should it go down to that one game to make the Final Four, that last game, then it's on your home court. You give yourself all the advantages you can take as they introduce the home players. Such a dramatic game on Tuesday night against Paris. Looked like TJ Shorts had won the game, but Nigel Hayes-Davis had other ideas in the dying second of the game. I think we might see that again. We might save that up for you a little later, wheel that back out. But you've got to have short-term memory, because the games come around thick and fast, particularly in the double week. You put that behind you and you move on and say, how can we win the next game? How can we get the next achievement on the board? Teams will embrace at half court. The coaching staff as well will take a look at the starting lineup. Forrest, Sodakerskis, Rogopoulos into the starting five. Moneke and Samanic will go for the visitors. Only a second start of the season for Rogopoulos. McCollum, Goodrich, Hayes-Davis, Colson, and Shanley, the starting center. well, and only his 4th start of the season. He's obviously only played 10 Euroleague games for Fener this year. Our 3 officials getting ready for the action as well. And we are almost set to go here in the Ilka Sport and Event Hall. Final few words from the coaches. Dante Hall leading the all-time charts in 2-point accuracy with a number so big it almost looks made up. 74% almost looks wrong. Not too bad at the other end of the floor either. 3rd in block shots this season with 1.2 a game. It's getting it done at both ends of the floor, isn't it? Feel like it needs a good start from them and from him. You look at the number, Marcus Howard, half as many 3-point field goals. It's unusual, but I'd say he's played pretty well in recent weeks. And well, some threes are more eye-catching than others, but he's hit one in every game for the last 36 Euroleague outings. Here we go then, 5s are on the court. And we're set to get things underway in Istanbul. Fenerbahce with a chance to book themselves home court advantage in the playoffs, with a chance to move top of the standings. With 2 rounds to play after tonight. At the Ilka Sports Hall, dominant display as Fenerbahce Beko Istanbul 46-32 ahead of Baskonia Vitoria Gasteiz. Baskonia had 9 points in the first 3.5 minutes, but really dried up offensively after that. They've got to find some way of scoring. You feel like the big number 18 might be the route. Let's hear from Khalifa Diop.
So on the first quarter, you had struggles on creating offensively, and the second quarter, defensive struggles. So for the rest of the game, what you have to put on the court?
We used to control our rebound and run back in transition.
Thank you.
The right arm is holding him in.
Okay, because